Welcome to Policing TV. I'm delighted to be here in Staffordshire, right by the M6 with the Staffordshire Roads Policing Team.
Road Crime Team.
Road Crime Team,
yeah.
Road Crime Team, best get that right, with PC's Tom and Cara. Yeah. So, Cara, thank you very much indeed. Tom, thank you very much indeed.
Pleasure.
We're about to go, it's an unmarked car, and we're about to head off onto the motorway network. So
that's the plan.
Off we go.
Interest in traffic. I did 2.5 years as a special constable before I joined as a regular officer. As a special, you come in and you make your own work. So a lot of that was traffic-based, road-based. I used to come in a lot on evening times. Numerous arrests as a special for drink driving and stuff like that. So you start to learn your basics there, and then joined as a regular. Got exposed to response policing, which I absolutely love. I love responding to the 999 calls. But I loved going out and being proactive and focusing on the fatal 4 offences and just being on the roads. I just felt like that's what I always wanted to do. So it might not be what I do for my whole career, but I'm certainly happy where I've only been as a regular now for coming up to 6 years. So I've got a fair few years ahead of me, so things might change, but I'm definitely happy here where I am now.
Well, so I started the police back in 2010, where I joined as a special constable in Stafford. I did almost 3 years as a special before joining the regulars, where I was posted to Lichfield. I did 2 years on response, and now I've been quite fortunate really. I've been on the ops teams ever since about 2016, where I joined firearms initially. I did about a 4.5 to nearly 5 year stint with firearms. That sort of gave me the bread and butter. We did a lot of roads policing back then as well on firearms, stopping the cars, going after your drug dealers, your criminality in cars. And then when the opportunity came up for joining the roads policing teams, I jumped at it, and I've been on here now for 4.5 years almost. It'll be 5 years at the end of September. So it's brilliant. It's a great role. Get to be proactive, get to go out looking for stuff and make your own work, really make your own luck. You know, we're not as busy being sent to jobs such as our response colleagues are. You know, they're getting to domestics, burglaries, that sort of stuff. We've definitely got to go out, we've got to find our own work. So it just takes certain people to come on here to be proactive and work at it, really. But yeah.
We've got uses, haven't we, when there's a pursuit, or you know, you've got your stolen cars on the roads, we're the ones that will be that tactical resource to bring a safe resolution to anything that's happening on the road. So the response and neighbourhood officers on the local policing teams, some of them are IPP trained, so they're initial pursuit phase trained. So if they find themselves where they're pursuing a vehicle, will be called in as tactical containment and pursuit trained officers to come and bring that to a safe resolution as quickly and as effectively as possible. So we sometimes we'll be trying to make our own work, and we'll just get called to the other end of the county to go and do some road crime work. So it's a mixed bag, isn't it? Some days are quicker than others. So we've had an immediate response come in for Stafford services. We're just not entirely sure whether it's southbound or northbound, so we're going to go and check the southbound, and our colleagues are going to go and check the northbound. It's a call to say that there's been a Toyota Hilux involved in a collision on the motorway. They've momentarily lost control, they've managed to regain control, and they've pulled off into the services, which is good. It means we don't have to worry about anything that's happening here. Our informant said that the driver is slumped over the wheel at the moment, so we've got considerations whether it's going to be a medical episode or if it's going to be a drink or drug driver. So we're going to make it to that location now, see if we can find them, have a chat with them, make sure they're okay, and if there is any offences we need to be concerned about, deal with them appropriately. So potentially the RTC's not happened on the motorway. It's happened as he's pulled into here. He's clipped a bollard. So completely taken that off. He's lost his actual mirror from inside there. And yeah, done some more damage to himself. We've probably just got to wait a few minutes before he breathalyses him, because he's had a drink while he's been sat here, non-alcoholic. but just so that we do it properly, he'll wait for the allotted time before he takes a specimen of breath.
So our colleague PC Blood, he's just going to be doing a drink drive and a drunk drive examination with the driver in the back of his car. If they're both negative, then the chap will be on his way. There'll be no further issues. If one of those comes back positive, the likelihood he's going to be arrested. He'll be taken into custody where we'll do some evidential testing. Drug driving, it's always a blood sample. 9 times out of 10 for drink driving, it will be an evidential breath test. And then depending on the outcome of that will be the decision of what's made further down the line. Obviously we'll have to look at CCTV because we've not seen him driving, statements from any witnesses and compile together for Crown prosecution to review basically. But like I said, we'll wait for the outcome and see where we go.
Way in here. He's blown 0 and he's just doing a drug wipe now, but he's fine.
So PC Blood's still with the driver of the Hilux was dropped on the services northbound. There's some suspicion that he may now have consumed a quantity of cocaine. So in the UK we have only one test that we can use at the moment, which is a drug wipe by SecureTech. So basically these test for 2 drugs, cannabis and cocaine. It's a saliva test. So inside this sealed package is a little plastic device that we rub across somebody's tongue, around the cheek, get some saliva on it. It's clicked back into the device and then tested against a chemical that's inside it. That test then looks for certain chemical reactions from that saliva, and it will give a reading like a pregnancy test really, with positive lines. So if it's positive for cannabis and it's positive for cocaine, it will give us 2 lines. Likewise, if it's just one of the drugs, it will give us a positive indication line under that section as well. These have been in the UK now for quite some time, and they're really good. Our sort of drug drive rate and our prosecutions for drug drive have gone through the roof since these have come in. But yeah, great bit of kit.
PC Blood's done a drug wipe with the driver, so he's blown 0 on a alcohol breathalyzer. He's done a drug wipe which tests the saliva. So as you can see, the control line on both cannabis and cocaine show that the test has worked, and on the test line there's a positive indication for cocaine on there. So he's now under arrest and he'll be on his way to custody where he'll have a blood test, and that'll be sent off for forensic analysis, and it will show the concentration, so whether he's over the limit or not. So go give that back to Dan.